Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. So I'm in my room at home and I am social distancing, self-quarantining. I hope you all are safe. I hope you all are staying healthy, and the next video I have coming is my spring break trip to Florida, or how I balanced work and vacation. And I just want to say that that's like in previous. We were on vacation while everything was happening, but now we are officially home. But I was still planning on uploading that just because I feel like it's fun. It's days in the life in the sun at the beach. And also I have some tips in there as well from like working while on vacation, or you can use it as like working plus relaxing and staying healthy. So that video is coming. But a lot of you guys requested for me to do a video on how to stay productive and motivated and keep your routine while doing school or working from home. So I want to preface it by saying I have not started online classes yet while here. We're technically still on spring break. They're going to start next week, and I do plan on doing a few days in the life or a week in the life of me doing online classes, showing you guys my routine with having online classes. However, last summer I did work from home every day pretty much. So I kind of went back to my mindset of last summer of like keeping a routine while being home and still needing to be productive. So that is kind of where I'm coming from, and this is the routine and tips I plan on implementing into my life right now as I do my business from home, and then next week as I add on online classes on top of doing my business from home as well. Also, this video is about being productive, but I also want you to know that you need to take time in your day to do what feels good for you. But of course, if you feel like mentally for yourself, you need to take time to rest or be with certain family members. I'm sure if you emailed your professors or your boss, they will understand, and it's all just kind of like a shock right now. So if you fit like mentally and emotionally cannot feel like you can get things done and be productive, and you just need to be in more of like a peaceful, restful, working on your mental health state, definitely like disregard these tips. Talk to your professors. I'm sure they'll understand. All right, so my first tip is to keep your morning routine. You guys know morning routines are literally my favorite thing in the world. I love having my morning routine. Here at home, I plan on waking up at 8 a.m., so giving myself a little bit more time to sleep just because I can. I do have a morning routine coming probably next week. So it's a morning routine of like detailed my morning routine while self-quarantine. So I'm not going to go into detail of that. But all I'm saying is if you had a morning routine while at school, I would highly recommend keeping that morning routine so you still are getting yourself in that motivated spirit like you were before your classes, before your work day. But if you hadn't set up a routine yet, now is a great time to do so, because then if you do end up going back to school or for next semester, you'll be like, I got this. Nailed it at home while you have like a little bit more free time to do so. My next tip is to keep a clean space. I took today, my first like official full day home, to just unpack all my stuff that I packed up from school that I knew I would need for the next 3 weeks for my vacation. I just unpacked, I cleaned out my bathroom, like put my makeup from my travel case that it's been in for a few weeks into like actual drawers, organized all that, hung up clothes, wiped down surfaces. Of course, you're going to want to be cleaning just to keep things sanitary, but it's also great to just organize your space so that when it is time to like have class or do work, you're not mentally feeling fogged. Literally the #1 hit to my productivity is my space. Even back in my dorm room, like if I had homework to do and my space wasn't clean and I didn't have time to clean it, I'd go to a coffee shop, because I really feel like it takes your attention away, even if it's subconsciously. Your subconscious is like distracted by this clutter and it makes me feel really anxious. So having a clean, sanitary space before your classes start, before you sit down to do some work, I think is super important. My next tip kind of goes along with that, and it is to have all the ingredients you need to make yourself your favorite hot beverage and snack. So what gets me in the mood to work is coffee, like for a lot of people. And so while here at home, I made sure to stock up on coffee and oat milk. And I'm going to order a milk frother on Amazon because I left mine back at school. And I'm going to be able to make myself the perfect oat milk latte to drink in the mornings, or to maybe have like around 2 or 3 in the afternoon when I have some work to do and I need to refocus. So for me, like making myself an oat milk latte and then sitting down with it, or a matcha latte, and like gets me in the headspace to be like, okay, the next few hours I'm sitting here, I'm gonna work and get this ish done. Or if it's like your favorite snack, if you don't like coffee, maybe it's like an iced tea and a blueberry muffin, like whatever it is, just it's the little things during this time that's going to make us happy and excited to keep going forward. And for me, and I know for a lot of people, like having that specific drink and snack is like just makes you happy and you get excited about it. Make sure you're stocked up on that. We're going to need the little bits of happiness in the day. All right, so what I did this in the summer, and I think it's gonna be great to do if your online classes aren't like live streamed. So I don't know what my professors are doing yet. Tell me what yours are doing in the comments. But I've been seeing on like TikTok, of course, and I've been seeing on social media that professors are like live streaming their classes. Some of my professors I don't think are going to be doing that. It's more like send you the PowerPoints and a recorded lecture. We will see. But if you don't have to show up for a class like at a specific time, then this is the work day that I do. It's what I did this summer, and for me it works best. Schedule is have my morning routine in the morning. Then once I'm done with my morning routine, I do 2 hours of work. So like sitting at my desk, in the zone. I'm not on social media. I'm not replying to texts. Like I am working for those 2 hours. Then I do a lunch break for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So go downstairs, make myself a healthy lunch, then come back upstairs and do another 2 hours of work. And then after the 2 hours of work, so at like 4 p.m. in the afternoon, 3 or 4 p.m., which the time is now, is when I'll start. I'm gonna designate time for me to do something a little bit more fun and creative. So that is like my work schedule. I think does great. Let me know if you guys try out that schedule. If you do, send it to me on Instagram. I'd love to see it. And it is to stay active. I've been seeing so many amazing, great resources online for at-home workouts. Like my Pure Barre studio, I know they started doing live streaming of their classes because they closed their studio for health reasons. And so like at these times throughout the day, they're gonna live stream on Zoom the workouts. Or I know a lot of Instagrammers and YouTubers are putting up free workouts online, free PDFs. You can go on Pinterest. There's so many ways you can work out from home, whether it's through like the studio you normally go to or trying something new. Me and my mom are trying to work out every morning and do some yoga. We did that this morning and it was super great to like get that done in the morning because then you feel ready to go for your day. You're feeling more energized, and of course after you work out you normally want to eat healthier, like to stay in that mindset. So throwing that in the morning now that you have time is I think really going to get you in that like productive, I got this, get on track headspace first thing in the day. So if you can get yourself a little bit active first thing in the day, it's really going to help. If you have a lot to do and you're like needing to catch up on classes and you just feel very overwhelmed, I highly recommend deleting social media apps throughout the day. If you want to tell like a family member or a friend like, hey, I am not going to be checking the news throughout the whole day. I'm not even going to have social media. So like I can't, go on Twitter and get super anxious about everything that people are saying. Can you just let me know, like text me or call me if something big happens that I need to know about? I think that's super smart because if you're constantly glued to the news on TV or scrolling Twitter or scrolling Instagram, you are gonna freak yourself out, anxiety is gonna rise, and then you're not gonna be able to focus on the tasks you need to get done, like your work or your school, because just everything's running through you and you're always gonna be checking, always new notifications. So just delete your apps during the day. Even without the coronavirus, this is a good thing to do. I know while I'm at college, like if I get on TikTok at 2 p.m., I'm gonna be on there till like 3:30, and that's an hour and a half wasted of my mid-afternoon. So I definitely try not to get on apps that I know I can scroll on for a long time, like Twitter and TikTok, when I'm trying in the middle of my day to get things done. My next tip is to try to eat healthy during this time. I know it's so easy when you are home all day to just snack, and it's especially easy if you have unhealthy snacks around you. So if you're about to go to the grocery store and stock up for yourself and your family, I highly recommend trying to leave the unhealthy snacks and all the desserts and stuff at the store and instead get things that'll last but are also healthy for you. Like I stocked up on a lot of frozen fruit so I can make smoothies over the next few weeks. Even like non-dairy yogurts will last fairly long. Dark chocolate, just nuts and dried fruits do really well as well. Almond butter. I am still in like my fat loss goals right now. Took a little bit of a step back for spring break. I'm now ready to get back in it, and so I'm also planning on doing a what I eat in a day. With that being said, if you need that ice cream bar every night to like stay mentally sane, for me, definitely having a little bit of a sweet tooth before bed is needed. So I just got myself the Trader Joe's like dark chocolate peanut butter cups, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have 2 every night. I'm gonna look forward to it. It's gonna keep me sane. Love that. But then the rest of the day, I'm not like eating sugary cereal for breakfast and then like, oh, I can just have a cookie for lunch. Like, we're going to try to stay healthy because that is going to keep you feeling better, not feeling so lethargic. I think it's important to also stay healthy and fuel your body right, because this is a health pandemic. Like, this is a health crisis. And so let's just say you did come in contact with the virus, you're going to want to be at your healthiest. So have your vitamins, get that vitamin C, step outside without people around you, to get that vitamin D if it's sunny. Do what you can to stay healthy during this time. My next tip is to use this time to do something creative that you've always wanted to do. So whether that's dancing more, just like putting on your favorite music and dancing in your room, or like learning ballet in your room, painting. I know my mom's starting her spring garden. Baking is one thing I love that I never get to do at school, but now that I'm home and I have this time, I'm going to try to bake some healthy treats, and try out some new recipes for Easter and just have fun with that. Or like doing some DIY projects, organizing, that can kind of be creative. Like, just do something creative in your day, and that's going to help you look forward to something too. Through a whole day of like doing online classes and sitting, it can be exciting to look forward to like getting up and doing something creative. So try to do something creative that doesn't require you just sitting, and that can be a great thing to do towards the end of your day, as kind of like a reward for all the hard work you did at the beginning of the day. I'm also going to be using this time to try to learn Spanish. So I'm going to use the Duolingo app and just tell myself, okay, 15 to 30 minutes a day, whether I want to squeeze it in my morning routine or like in my night routine, I'm going to go on the app and try to learn a new language, or you can use it to learn a new skill. I'm going to be using Skillshare actually to learn how to do some digital painting on Procreate on my iPad, and just use the extra time that you have and that you're literally forced to stay home to learn something new and do something you've always wanted to do. All right, so lastly, I'm going to tell you guys my organization tools and how I like organize my day. It's not just all mental. So I use my workbook, of course, but if you don't have my workbook, then you can do this on a piece of paper. But my workbook actually has a lot of cool aspects in it that you can use to guide you through this time, like setting goals, setting long-term goals, vision planning, setting up a morning routine, setting up a self-care routine. It has pages that guide you through all of that. But what I do is I have a to-do list for the day. So things I would like to get done or need to get done, I'll like star. And then I have a time blocking section. So it's where I can lay out my day by the hour. So at 8 a.m. I'll put, morning routine, 9:30 workout. For me, laying my day out by the hour is super helpful if you have a lot to get done. You can even put in the tasks like 10 a.m. sign into class, 10:30 do the homework for the class, 11 sign into new class. Like, you can make it very specific. And then what I also recommend doing is using Google Calendar to schedule in any of your classes you're gonna have. So if you do have to sign into like a live stream of your class, then put it on Google Calendar, because it'll remind you 30 minutes beforehand that you have that coming up. So I feel like I'm gonna forget to go onto my classes because we're not used to like signing into class when you're here at home. So I feel like I'll just forget. So I'm making sure to put in all my live stream times, if my professors do that, into Google Calendar. And I also use it for any other meetings or calls. Google Calendar is great for all of that, just scheduling everything you need. So we love Google Calendar. Oh, where'd it go? There's my March. That was February. This was January. So yeah, those are my tools and tips for staying productive and creating a routine for yourself while at home during self-quarantine. I want to know how you guys are doing, so please comment like what's been new for you, what's been challenging, have you been really excited to do, what has been a challenge. Like, I want to know. I'm going to have lots of videos coming around this topic. Like I said, next week I'll do a morning routine, I'll do a week in the life once my classes start, and it's a weird time, but we're all going to get through this together. I believe in you, and you just have to make the most of this situation as possible. So, love you guys. Hope you're all safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!